Today we're going to be looking at how to add fractions with different denominators. We have a couple of examples that we're going to work through together here, so let's get started. For question number 1, we're being asked to add the fractions of 4/6 and 2/8. Now in order for us to add these fractions, as we can see up top highlighted in yellow, our first step is going to be to check our denominators. And the reason this is our first step is because if we have the same denominators, we're going to be able to jump right ahead to step number 3 and start adding the fractions. But since we have two different denominators here, we need to find a common denominator for step number 2 where we're going to rewrite these fractions. So to find our common denominator, down below, we're going to find the lowest common multiple between both 6 and 8. So down at the bottom, we're going to list out some of the multiples of both 6 and 8, and we're going to find the lowest common multiple. For our multiples of 6, we have 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. Now for the multiples of 8, well, we have 8, 16, and 24. And as we can see, 24 is a multiple of both 8 and 6. So for step number 2, we're going to rewrite these fractions with the common denominator of 24. And now there is one very important thing when we're rewriting these fractions for step number 2, in that we need to keep these fractions equivalent, meaning that we have to do the same thing to our numerator up top that we had to do to the denominator in order to get the common denominator of 24. Well, for the first fraction, we had to multiply our denominator of 6 by 4 in order to get the common denominator of 24. So we're going to do the same thing to our numerator up top. And when we multiply 4 times 4, we get 16 for the equivalent fraction of 16/24. And now for the second fraction, we had to multiply our denominator of 8 by 3 in order to get the common denominator of 24. So we're going to do the same thing to our numerator up top. And when we multiply 2 times 3, we get 6 for the equivalent fraction of 6/24. So now that we've rewritten these fractions with our common denominator, we're ready to move on to step number 3, where we're going to add the fractions. Now, when we're adding these fractions, our denominator's value is not going to change. It's still going to be in 24ths, but we are going to be adding our numerators. So we're going to be adding 16 plus 6, which we know gives us 22, for the fraction of 22/24. And now we're going to move on to our last step, step number 4, where we're going to simplify the fraction. So here, both 22 and 24 are multiples of 2. So in order for us to simplify this fraction, we're going to divide both the denominator and the numerator by 2. For the denominator, when we divide 24 by 2, we get 12. And then for the numerator, when we divide 22 by 2, we get 11. For the simplified fraction of 11/12. And now we can't simplify this fraction any further because there's no common factor between both 11 and 12 other than 1, so that means that we're done. So when we add 4/6 and 2/8, we get the fraction of 11/12 when written in its lowest possible terms. Now moving on to question number 2, where this time we're being asked to add the fractions of 1/3 and 2/5. Now our first step is to check our denominators, and here we clearly have two different denominators. So before we can move on to step number 2, where we're going to rewrite the fractions, we need to find a common multiple of both 3 and 5. And to do this, we're going to multiply our denominators. So we're going to multiply 3 times 5, which we know gives us 15. So for step number 2, we're going to rewrite these fractions down below with a common denominator of 15. And we need to make sure that we keep these fractions equivalent, meaning we have to do the same thing to our numerator up top that we had to do to the denominator in order to get the denominator of 15. For the first fraction, we had to multiply our denominator of 3 by 5 in order to get 15, so we're going to do the same thing to our numerator up top. And when we multiplied 1 times 5, we get 5 for the equivalent fraction of 5/15. Now for the second fraction, we had to multiply our denominator of 5 by 3 in order to get the denominator of 15, so we're going to do the same thing to our numerator up top. And when we multiply 2 times 3, we get 6 for the equivalent fraction of 6/15. Now we're ready to move on to step number 3, where we're going to add our fractions. And remembering that the value of our denominator doesn't change in our answer, it's still going to be in 15ths, but we are going to be adding our numerators. And when we add 5 plus 6, we get 11 for the fraction of 11/15. And now for our last step to simplify this fraction. Well, we can't simplify this fraction because there's only one common factor between both 11 and 15, and that's 1. So that means that we've already written this fraction in its lowest possible terms. So when we add 1/3 and 2/5, we get the fraction of 11/15 when written in its lowest possible terms. So hopefully by now you understand how to add fractions with different denominators. Help make math less complicated by smashing those like and subscribe buttons. As always, enjoy today's math journey.